To Father Joshua Stone, Baltimore, Maryland, February 19, 1786. My dear friend and trusted advisor, regretfully, I must inform you that I shall not be returning to Baltimore in the spring. I cannot, in good conscience, return to my position as a shepherd to the faithful. How can I lead my flock when I myself have lost my way? Before I can ever preach again, I must rediscover my own faith. I have come to question the very nature of good and evil. I have seen bloodshed in the name of God, and witnessed his children sowing the seeds of evil. I cannot escape my intuition that our good Christian faith blinds us to the greater evil that exists within our midst. Tomorrow, I travel to Blair Township. Doubtless you have heard of their recent demonic plight. I know not what manner of evil plagues Blair, but I go to find the true nature of God, and in the process, myself, your humble servant and eternal friend, Jonathan Pry. My good lady, where are your townspeople going?
Out of Blair. It is the den of Satan. The witch feasts on our children.
What witch? Explain yourself, woman.
God help you if you go to Blair.
Gentlemen, can you tell me, please, where are all the people going?
It's the witch. Elly,
Never speak her name, boy.
Good sir, I implore you, what terrifies the people so?
God has forsaken us into the arms of evil. Go back to where you came from, friend, before it's too late.
Tell me, is there anyone in town? Anyone who can help me? I've come to fight the evil here.
Sir, you are a fool if you stay here. But the town's magistrate, Jonah, and Father Goodfellow have stayed behind. Jonah is located in the courthouse, and Father Goodfellow is in the church.
I would welcome you, good sir, but I cannot imagine what your purpose would be in traveling here. Tell me, what is your name and what business do you have here?
I am Jonathan Pry. I've heard stories of an evil that plagues your town. I've come to offer my assistance.
Pry? I've heard that name. A witch hunter.
I have been known as such.
Well, I will tell you this, witch hunter. Our town has indeed been vexed by unexplainable occurrences. Several of the town's children have disappeared, but we have no need for the interference of outsiders.
Your children are disappearing. Your townsfolk are fleeing and speaking of witches and demons, and still you refuse my help?
The people can be forgiven for jumping to a supernatural conclusion. They fear for the well-being of their children. But this is an official matter. I have 2 suspects in my custody now. I appreciate your offer, but your help is not needed here.
The stories speak of a witch.
Yes, we've sown the seeds of our own local legend with that one, I'm afraid.
Tell me about her.
Nothing to tell, really. An old woman named Elly Kedward was found guilty of practicing witchcraft, and in accordance with local laws, she was banished from the town.
Banished?
Yes, she was tied to a wheelbarrow, dragged into the woods, and left for dead. The winters are harsh here, and no one could survive in the deep woods without shelter, especially an old woman.
But how can you be sure?
We have sent several search parties into the woods, both to look for the missing children and the remains of the witch. Neither has been found.
But the children? What else could explain the disappearances?
Most likely they've gone into hiding. After Elly was banished, the children's imaginations began to run wild.
But you mentioned suspects.
Yes. I am awaiting the arrival of troops to escort 2 prisoners to Baltimore for trial. And one of them, a woman named Elizabeth Styler, is suspected of witchcraft.
Do you think she is involved in the disappearances?
I found her lying on the floor in the Kedward home. She was mumbling strange phrases. Around her were the remains of dead animals, arranged in a strange pattern. I arrested her for suspicion of practicing the black arts.
Who is the other prisoner?
Our town drunk, Hiram Heathtoe. We found him hiding in Smith's barn in town. He's always been a bit crazy, but now he insists that he was hiding from a witch or some other form of demonic being. We arrested him for stealing a chicken from one of the local farmers. Until the troops arrive, I will be conducting a more thorough investigation.
I would like to question your prisoners. With your permission, of course.
You're a man who doesn't take no for an answer, witch hunter. I don't see any use in talking to a drunk and a delusional woman, but you may see them. But I warn you, witch hunter, do not interfere with my investigation. Here is the key to the jail.
I assure you that I will stay out of your way. My offer stands. I am at your service if there is anything I can do.
If you truly believe that this is a matter of witchcraft, you might consider a visit to Coffin Rock.
What is Coffin Rock?
Coffin Rock has been the source of legend for generations. Some say from the time before this area was even settled by the white man. Most of the townsfolk whisper the name and would never venture there. But it seems to me that a witch hunter would be interested in a place like that.
Perhaps after talking to your prisoners.
Here is a map to Coffin Rock. It lies near the center of the forest. If you find anything that will be of use to me, report back here immediately. You should go to the church and speak with Father Goodfellow. He may have other information that may interest you.